So what is up guys, this is Chris or Exhaust here, and today I'm bringing you the first commentary on my channel. It's not my first ever commentary. I've had experience with them, so I'll try and keep my videos as clean and professional as I can. No stupid things coming up on the screen and all that jazz. But today I'm basically going to be talking about my experience in the hospital and the time that I got rushed to the hospital after a dodgy operation. But the gameplay you are fixing yourself to watch is a 51-3 double swarm, I believe, with the Scar H on the map Express. Is that the right map? Yeah, I'm pretty confident that is the right map. But this gun is pretty effective. I was not using Scavenger, unfortunately, so I did have to pick up, I believe it was the M27 that I used mainly. But in this gameplay I also pick up a nuclear medal, which is 30 gun kills without dying, which I thought was pretty impressive. And I'm sorry for the slight pause in the video there. I recorded this through theater and I think it was lagging a bit. Or maybe my hand slipped off X or something along those lines. But if you want to play with me and have a chance to be in my gameplays, you can add my PSN, the link to it, well not link, I'll just leave my PSN name in the description. I do play Xbox, but I highly prefer PS3. And please don't start a fucking console war in my comment box, because I really don't appreciate that, and your comments will be marked as spam and deleted most likely. But on to today's topic, and basically a couple of years ago I was sent to hospital in order to get an operation to remove my tonsils. And the chances are that many of you have also had this operation. It's very common in Ireland and most countries in the world. But basically, I went in to get my tonsils out. That went by easily. I woke up in a fancy suite, I believe you call it. I don't know. I'm not a hospital expert. But in this suite, whatever you want to call it, I really don't care. There was a pull-down screen, and it also had a keyboard. But this screen was like a DVD player. It was basically a mini computer. You can do anything on it. You can play games, you can go on the internet, you can watch YouTube videos, which is awesome for me at the time. I wasn't really a big commentator. I preferred like to upload trick shots and all stuff like that. But I was able to check on my channel and all that jazz. But basically I returned home later that evening, and I felt very sick after a small dinner of like chicken strippers or something like that. Just something really small, nothing too big in case I got sick. But of course I did eventually get sick, but the usual sick that someone would get would consist of food particles and maybe whatever drink they were having. Of course, alcoholics, God knows what the fuck is in their puke. To be honest, I don't really care because I don't intend on being one. But yeah, basically when I got sick on the floor, but instead of just being food particles and whatever I was drinking, it was in fact full of blood. So my parents automatically assumed the cut, like where my tonsils were cut off, had broken open maybe from the skin of the chicken or something along that, and it caused a bleed. So I was sent to hospital, and if you're not a fan of needles, I'll mute the commentary just for the next 10 or so seconds. But basically I went in, was sent into A&E, sat there for an hour puking into a fucking, what you call, you know, the trays you get your drinks in a McDonald's drive-thru, basically something like that. But basically I sat in A&E waiting for an hour, the obvious, and when I finally got to be seen, I got around 5 or 6 needles within a minute or two. So they couldn't find my vein, and they just kept trying and trying until they eventually got it. So if you're not a fan of needles, you've probably puked all over your computer screen by now. And there's nothing to be afraid of unless you're using illegal drugs. And there's a lot to be afraid of with that. But if you're in a hospital and they're using needles, do not be afraid. They're harmless, unless they're just a gigantic pointy needle that will eventually kill you. I'm only pissing with you guys. If you are afraid of needles, I'm sorry for you. It's probably one of the worst things that could ever happen to you, and could be worse. Could be afraid of flying. Could be forced to sit in a boat with your parents to go to countries like France, etc. My mum is afraid of flying, if you're wondering, and if we ever want to go on holidays, we have to go somewhere that you can go on a boat. So places like France, England, and all those countries are near enough. Of course, the only advantage of that is you have your own car and you can bring a lot more stuff. But this summer we plan on going to Saudi Arabia, that is, or America. My dad is not entirely sure, depending on business and stuff. But I'll be doing some coverage of those holidays if I do go on one. I haven't actually gone on a haven't gone on a holiday far away in a long time. But basically, we're drifting off topic a bit there. Going back onto the hospital topic, I was stuck in hospital for around 2 weeks, I believe, and the staff are very nice. They're probably the nicest people I've ever met. I still talk to my mum, knows a few of them still, goes out for coffee with them every now and then. Considering they explained to me the day I left that I could have died from the bleeds, that they got so serious overnight. And a little personal thing here. During the night, the nurses came in, these little weird balls. They're like medicine, but they dissolve, but they put them up your arse, and it wasn't very comfortable for the patient, let's just say. And I'm scared for life, let's just say. Oh, I just farted, Jill. Sorry, I'm rude. I should not fart during commentary, but I'm Irish. I can't help it. But on screen there, you see I got the nuclear medal, and it is my first. And yeah, call me a noob, 8th prestige, and it's only my first nuclear. But I really don't care because nuclears are overrated, and yeah. But guys, the question of the day, of course, is do you think they should bring a game-ending kill streak back into the Call of Duty series in the next Call of Duty, such as Moab or a Nuke? As in Modern Warfare 3, we saw the Moab, which did not end the game, which allowed the good players to go for triple and quad Moabs. But in Modern Warfare 2, we saw the Nuke, which ended the game, which I much preferred because it was more of a sense of achievement to get one, because you end the game. And I used to love irritating people who get like High Rise or something like that, and the amazing map gets ended by a nuke, and people get angry at you, and it's quite amusing. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the commentary for today, and if you have a suggested topic, please do leave it in the comment section below. It really helped me. So yeah, have a nice day.